Last one for you, Daniel, since this may be the conversation tomorrow morning, and if it's not, we'll have it at some point in time in regards to what the Vikings should do with JJ McCarthy. And I'm going to term it this way by asking you, if JJ McCarthy was available in this year's draft, would he be one? Yeah? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. He'd have been the first pick in this draft. Yeah. As the quarterback. I mean, if you don't, if you want to take the best player, to me, it's Abdul Carter.
He's unbelievable. Holy cow, does he jump off the screen? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think they give you that number at that school unless you're just an absolute freak show.
Right. It's what is that? That's 44 in Syracuse, 55 in USC, number 1 for wide receivers in Michigan. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. He's unbelievable. Yeah. Oh my God! But
he's at a different speed. I brought my son in who was home from college, and he works at recruiting for Baylor. And I said, "Here's a good test. Here's a good thing when you're watching pass rushers. Let's watch the sideline." I pulled up Abdul Carter. He is 2 yards ahead of the edge rusher on the other side, who's a good player, but that's how fast he was off the ball and how much ground he was covering. That's when you know you got an absolute freak.
Okay, so he's top 5, right? Who else is top 5 right now? Taking a look at things.
Well, I mean, he's big time. Cam Ward, to me, I have him as the top quarterback.
Okay.
From where I am in the process right now, and there's quarterback needy teams, so that's going to push him up in there. Will Johnson, did not have the year this year that I think he would have liked to have, but and didn't play as much. But if you go back to the previous year, and I do have some connections to people that may have coached him that speak quite highly of him. So I think he will find his way up in that mix as well.
For sure. Okay, but any other quarterback top 5, or you think it's Cam Ward?
I mean, I think there's Shedeur is going to be, some teams are going to really, really like him, and some teams aren't. It's not going to be a slam dunk.
Why?
Because he doesn't have the exceptional size. He doesn't have an exceptional arm. He's not an exceptional athlete. He's really, really solid. His superpower is and obviously important, accuracy, touch, anticipation, like the throwing stuff is great. Somebody brought up a great thought on him the other day when I was talking to him around the league. He said, it sounds weird to say it because of his dad, but he said Shedeur is an overachiever. Like he the sum is greater than the individual parts. If you just break him down with all those, the traits, the size, the arm strength, the explosive athleticism, the twitch, all that stuff, you might not be enamored, but he knows how to play the position. And so I go back to going back to Adam Peters we were talking about earlier when I was saying, did you learn a lesson when you were in San Francisco with Brock Purdy in the scouting process? And he said, yeah, he was the best at quarterbacking. So like, that's kind of a funny way to phrase it. But I was like, okay, yeah, drop back, see, sort, and deliver the ball where it needs to go accurately. That's what Shedeur does really well. It's just, I think, as through the spring process, some people that are going to be more traits-based in their analysis aren't going to be as high on him. So that's going to be the discussion.
Well, and then we'll put a pin in the JJ McCarthy conversation to see if we're talking about it next time you and I chat, or that's for further down the road. But in the meantime, DJ, really appreciate the time. You're the best. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.